Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? All right, listen. So I found this video and I'm like, oh, that just looks awful. A 65-year-old Doomsday snack was opened, and apparently it tastes like garbage. You know, surviving a nuclear blast means choking down crackers that taste like drywall and chocolate that's seen more Cold Wars than calories. Yeah, it's so yummy. So I found this, and I have always been one to advocate for starting freedom gardens. Okay, and I say freedom gardens because back during the Great Depression, they were called victory gardens. Okay, and I am a strong advocate for having freedom gardens. And so I'm going to put up this picture, and I'm sure it's writing is really, really small. So I'm going to read it to you. Okay. And this is a victory garden for a family of 5. And it's a plot of 25 by 50, 25 feet by 50 feet. Okay. And you mix a small quantity of early radish seed with all turnips, carrots, parsnips, and beets sown before May 1st under summer radishes. Use summer radishes May 1st to August 1st, early variations again in the fall. So in the first line, which is up here at the top, okay, onions, followed by leaf lettuce for 12 inches, okay, head lettuce followed by spinach, 24 inches, beets followed by collards, 30 inches, collards followed by beets, 30 inches, yellow globe onions for storing, 12 inches, half of a row of parsley, half of a row of mixed herb for 18 inches, endive followed by leaf lettuce, 24 inches. Broccoli interplanted with early cabbage, 30 inches. Late cabbage interplanted with early endive, 24 inches. Parsnips, 18 inches. Leaf lettuce followed by rutabaga, 24 inches. New Zealand spinach, 18 inches. Early onion sets, 18 inches. Tomatoes interplanted with head lettuce, 18 inches. These are all pretty much 18 inches, 24 inches, okay, for the rest of them. Head lettuce, tomatoes interplanted with early cabbage, onion sets, tomatoes interplanted with early onion sets, carrots followed by late spinach, bush beans followed by turnips, Swiss chard, beets followed by half row head lettuce, half row radish, onion sets followed by half row leaf lettuce, half row radish, early cabbage followed by bush lima, spinach followed by carrot, parsnip, half row leaf lettuce, half row radish followed by bush bean, late carrots for storing, and then the last row is bush lima. So this was put out by the Illinois State Council of Defense, Governor Dwight H. Green, chairman. So this is old because it's Victory Garden. So that was by, during the Great Depression. But I like to call them freedom gardens now. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because I thought this was, a really good, like standard to go by. If you have a nice size backyard or even like a patio that you could do this on, cut it in half if you can't do 25 by 50 because not a lot of people can. So I thought this was a really, really good idea to start with, okay? So I wanted to bring that to your attention. And the next thing that I wanted to bring to your attention, do you see this? This is the Amish Mocks, okay, ingredients list. And for those of us that are of the prepared mind, a lot of people buy fish mocks, okay? But we might not be able to get these things during a crisis, let's just say that, okay? So why not just go into our pantries and see if we already have these ingredients. Okay, apple cider vinegar, fresh pineapple, or pineapple juice, okay, ginger, turmeric, garlic, onion, lemon, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and honey, okay? So the actual recipe, if you can see it, it says 2/3 cup of apple cider vinegar, half cup of fresh pineapple, 2-inch piece of ginger, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 medium onion, 1 whole lemon, 1 tablespoon cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon crushed black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Okay, so I thought that was a really good thing to bring to everyone's attention. Okay, and now I am going to leave you guys with some really great videos that were sent in by you guys, okay, my community members. I hope you enjoy them. Some of them are very educational and very informative. So I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.
You gotta be kidding me. $19 for 1 strawberry. 19 bucks. Or for 7 of them, 98. I think there's 9 of them. 9 of them for $100.
So Congress subsidizes Coca-Cola to the tune of about $10 billion of taxpayer money every single year. What are you talking about, Claire? I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. So we have this scam, otherwise known as the Farm Bill, which really should be known as the Food Stamp and Big Corporation Bill, passed by Congress. And the last one that we passed, the total amount was $428 billion with a B dollars, and 328 billion of that 428 billion went directly to food stamp recipients, to SNAP. The other roughly 100 billion went to farm subsidies and a couple other programs. Mind you, there are safeguards on the farm subsidy program. You have to qualify to get a farm subsidy. And if you do get a subsidy, it is not saving the frickin' farm. Far from it. It's a program that helps hold over farmers and ranchers in drought years and bad years so that we don't lose the already dwindling agriculture population we have in America because our ag economy is so tanked by our government. But I digress. Let me get back to my point. The government loads $328 billion of your taxpayer money onto EBT cards for SNAP recipients, and they go into the stores and they buy Coca-Cola products, Frito-Lay products, Pepsi products. This $10 billion is just to Coca-Cola every year. Coca-Cola gets between 5 and 20% of their annual revenue from the taxpayer dime. Ding, ding, ding. That right there is government waste we could cut, because if your products are so great and healthy for everybody, why don't you stand on your own 2 feet, Coca-Cola? And why don't you just operate without taxpayer money if you're so great? And the cherry on top is how our legislators have figured out they can play this little game and go back to their home voters and tell them how evil the farmers and ranchers are because of the farm bill and the subsidies. Meanwhile, 3/4 of it doesn't even go to the farmers, and it goes to all their buddies and big corporations. That's what your government has done. Congress, men and women, come back home and have the audacity to lie to the American people about what they have done to the American people's food supply. Anyway, I'm Claire Dunn. Follow me for more, and I'll keep explaining agriculture. I'm an artist songwriter. We have tour dates all across the country. Come see us at a live show. Stream my new music. Cowboy State of Mind is my most recent song. It's on all streaming platforms. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
This is what climate action looks like, apparently. The Amazon rainforest, one of the most vital ecosystems on Earth, is being torn apart to build a road for a climate summit. Yes, you heard that right. World leaders and corporate elites will soon gather in Belém, Brazil, for COP30, a conference supposedly focused on protecting the environment. But to make sure they can attend comfortably, a 4-lane highway is being carved through protected rainforest. For over a decade, this road was blocked due to environmental concerns. Activists warned it would accelerate destruction. Yet, the moment COP30 was announced, the project was pushed through. For local communities, it's not just about lost trees. It's lost livelihoods, lost homes, and a future sold off for political theater. They claim it's sustainable, with wildlife crossings and bike lanes. But no PR spin can change the reality. This is destruction disguised as progress. Climate summits don't need to be in-person spectacles. They could be held online with a fraction of the cost to the planet. But that wouldn't look as good in the photo ops, would it? But don't worry. They'll remind you that your tethered bottle caps are saving the planet. COP30 proves one thing. Saving the planet isn't really the priority. If it were, the Amazon wouldn't be paying the price.
Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Can we drop my membership from this useless parliament? Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road you have crosses.
They're poisoning our skies, they're poisoning our food, and they're poisoning our waters. And let me start with the skies. So I saw an interview with RFK where a lady asks him, hey, how will you stop the chemtrails and the geoengineering because it's poisoning us through the skies? And RFK was actually taken back and said, you know what? First of all, we have no idea who's doing this. We don't know if this is a black ops government thing, or if this is a military thing that's being hidden from the government, or if this is just a corporation that's gone rogue in doing this. Now, a lot of people have been sky watching and have noticed that most of these planes are unidentifiable and they don't have any, how should I say this, regulatory numbers on them that they should. And a lot of people started exposing this, and then it kind of went quiet. And now I found out documents that they're adding these sprays, which is aluminum, barium, and strontium, into fuel additives for jet fuel manufacturers. So it's no longer military or anything like that. It is being now used in regular airplanes. And I'm wondering, is that why the cause of the airplane You know what I mean, going down? And they're getting us to fight over like DEI BS. Meanwhile, could it be these additives? Anyway, had to pause the video because I had to sneeze. I'm having like serious allergy issues. It's my first spring in Texas, and I don't think my body's used to these plants. But and it's so hot down here. Like, I'm sweating right now, and it's only spring, so I don't know how I'm gonna make it throughout summer. But anyway, now I find out that there's an actual link to eugenicists who think that the sun needs to be blocked out in order for us to survive this global heating. And who's the one guy that's been talking about blocking out the sun? Bill Gates, right? The same guy who's like tested on mosquitoes and then like released 1 million mosquitoes down here in the southern US without anybody knowing, only to get a backfire of mosquitoes going wild and not getting the results that he wants. And he's a billionaire, and he's got a bunch of billionaire friends who are also eugenicists. And I'm wondering if they're just testing all of this crap on us. Meanwhile, I don't think they're even trying to block out the sun. I don't know what the real like thing is, but sometimes apparently there's a lab that I'm not going to reveal because I don't want my video taken down, that starts with mod deep something. That's all I'm gonna say. And apparently they've sprinkled carcinogenics chemicals on certain populations. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go take a antihistamine. I didn't want to do it before this video because I would have been out cold. But what do you guys think? What do you guys know about geoengineering? What do you guys know about these chemtrails?
Or cooking oil over cinnamon powder, and you'll never buy those expensive products again. This simple and effective trick will completely solve a problem we all face at home, and you won't believe how easy it is to make. Start by adding 300 milliliters of water to a container. Then, mix in 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder. You can use 4 cinnamon sticks, but you must break them into smaller pieces. Don't worry, the result is exactly the same. Stir everything well until fully combined. Comment below with your city. Let's see where everyone's watching from. My aunt, who lives on a farm, taught me this tip. She struggled with this problem for years until she discovered this recipe, and after trying it myself, I can confirm it's nothing short of genius. Once that's done, transfer the mixture to a glass container. Now comes the key ingredient: cooking oil. You don't need fresh oil. Used oil works just as well. Pour it over the water and cinnamon mixture, letting it sit for about 5 minutes for better results. The oil is essential because it helps the mixture burn slowly, creating a lasting effect. Tag a friend who needs to try this trick. Next, take an aluminum cap, like the ones used on olive oil bottles. This step is essential. Make a small hole in the center of the cap and pass a piece of wick through it. Don't have a wick? No problem. You can use a piece of string or even a strip of cloth. This will serve as your candle wick. Comment yes if you're going to try this at home. We all know how frustrating it is to deal with flying insects, especially on hot days when they invade our spaces and leave us with itchy bites. This solution works wonders because the smell of burning cinnamon is something these pests can't stand. Rate this tip from 0 to 10. I'd love to know what you think. Place the cap with the wick in the center of the glass container. Once assembled, it should look similar to a small candle. Light it up, and here's where the magic begins. Curious about what this solves? This homemade candle is an incredible natural insect repellent. It effectively keeps mosquitoes, gnats, wasps, bees, and even cockroaches away from your home. Place your DIY repellent in strategic areas where insects tend to gather. You'll notice an immediate difference in the kitchen, living room, or outdoor spaces. The oil makes the wick burn slowly, so you won't have to replace it often. What's more, it's completely natural and safe, and uses ingredients you already have at home. No more spending money on expensive products that may not even work. This simple recipe will save you time, money, and frustration. Do you have a similar hack at home? Share it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
So about a week ago, somebody asked me to look into a product on the Wellness Company site and to do some research on it. Let me just show you. So the product being the Recharge with methylene blue and urolithin A. It's the only one with urolithin A. So I made this video about the research that I found on it, and basically that methylene blue was recharging your mitochondria and urolithin A was going in and cleaning everything up. So then I ordered my product and I got it last night. I took one pill last night, one pill this morning, and already like I'm better. You can hear it in my voice and I'm actually energized. Like I was on antihistamines pretty much all week and I was kind of feeling drowsy and my throat was in and out. But this morning my nose is clear, my throat's getting clearer, and I only had like 2 pills. I bring it to work to the safety meeting and I tell all the guys. And now my bottle is missing and I can't find it. And I've been texting my boss and everybody on site. Nobody wants to admit where it went. Let me just show you this. So I go, where's my methylene blue? Jerry said he gave it back to you. My boss goes, Jerry's a lying bastard. I gave it to Jerry. He said he gave it to someone else. And then I said, I'm never bringing anything in for you guys again. You shouldn't have said anything at the safety meeting. It's like gum at school. Gotta share or keep it to yourself. I just got the freaking thing and now I have to get another one because no one wants to admit they took it or there's none left. He goes, what did you expect? So I'm like, you rat bastards. So just to recap really quickly, methylene blue actually goes in and re-energizes your mitochondria, which is the energy part of your cells. And then urolithin A goes in and cleans up all of the dead cells or the bad cells by triggering autophagy. You can see more detail in my last video, but honestly, it does work. I ordered mine because I wanted to see how it works, and I was gonna show you guys the bottle, but I can't find it now because the guys on site took it. But if you wanna get yours and save 10%, you can use the promo code TruthSeeker, and I'm gonna show you exactly where to get it. If you're on my Facebook, click this link down here, not this one. If you're on my Instagram, you go to this link and click that. If you're on my X, you can click here. It'll take you to this page, go all the way down here, click here. Look for this product right here, which is the Recharge, which is the methylene blue and the urolithin A. You can use the promo code TruthSeeker and you can save yourself 10%. And I'm going to send this video to all the guys that I work so that they don't steal my stuff. Anyway, it works. Even though I've only taken 2 doses of it, but I'm going to find it at the end of the day probably. Someone hooped it and they just don't want to tell me about it, but it'll eventually show up. I'm still doing the Parasite Cleanse. I've got 1.5 more weeks left and then I'm going to update you guys on my results. But so far the results are actually pretty good and very surprising on some of the other things that I've been feeling. But I'm going to share that with you guys in a week and a half. Anyway, whoever told me to research this methylene blue stuff, thank you so much. Because if I didn't get it, I'd still be like allergic and stuffed up and everything. And even though I've only taken 2 pills, I already feel a lot better and have a lot more energy.
Bad news coming out of the state of Georgia. The governor there just approved for pesticide liability shield following North Dakota. They did that a couple of weeks ago, which means now if you get sick from any chemicals used in growing your food, you can't sue the corporation that made those chemicals to spray on your food. Glyphosate has been proven to cause non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they've spent billions of dollars in lawsuits already. This is why they want the pesticide liability shield, because they're already getting their pants sued off. Here's the good news though. Because of all this BS, there are some amazing farmers out there that are taking it upon themselves to go a different direction. They don't get a ton of support. The system's set up for the big guys and the chemical companies, and so we the people have to go that route. But here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go visit one of these farmers in Idaho that is doing einkorn and coruscant, which are ancient grains. My daughter, who has celiac, can eat those grains because they're not covered in pesticides, which most likely caused the celiac in the first place. So, good news. This is going to cause a shift that we the people can be behind where we spend our dollar. Check out our website, fromthefarm.org. We're connecting with farmers and ranchers all across the country so you can connect with them directly. We're not selling the food for them. We're connecting you with them so you can ask them the questions that matter. No more hiding behind labels. Go right to the source. If you're wanting to stay more informed on this topic, go follow Glyphosate Girl. She's staying very focused and committed on this, making sure that we all know which states are doing what, which governors are being paid for, so that we can make the right decisions. Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful day.
The homeowner tells me it's all a part of his plan to prepare for war. Hundreds of sandbags piled high, plastic in place of grass, fishing lines across the yard, and dozens of peanut butter jars. Some neighbors say it's an eyesore.
That makes the whole community look horrible.
And is attracting unwanted attention in this Shepherdsville neighborhood. Yet Jonathan Cooper says there's a reason. The homeowner is concerned about security. A bicycle is his only transportation. He shut off electricity in the home and every entryway in the house except for this one opening in the back, he says is blocked. Some neighbors are worried it could affect their health due to the standing water and bugs.
I'm a diabetic and there's all kinds of junk. He has bags of corn that's busted open. Maggots is coming out of it.
Valerie Moore, who lives right next door, says she's reached out to city officials to complain. But Bullitt County officials tell us Cooper is not violating any code.